Hello, and thank you for listening to Inspiring Hope. I'm your host, Lois Herman, and I'm here to inspire you with positive messages and help you navigate the stress of your world at this time of great disruption. When we focus our thoughts and energies on what is good in our lives, we create positive shifts that cause us to be more productive and peaceful. As we lift our energy, we empower everyone around us. If we each do what we can to make small shifts in awareness, from healthy habits to kindness to simple happiness, we create ripples of hope. Join us as catalysts for positive change for our families, our communities, and our world at large. I hope you're inspired by today's show. And welcome everyone to spring. What a wonderful time of year it is when the sun is shining, we have more hours in the day, and the weather is warming for the most part. Birds are busily making their nests. Yet, in this spring of 2020, most humans are dealing with incredible amounts of stress. The chaos around us is very real amidst the intense emotional trauma of this great coronavirus pandemic. Some of us have survived extreme trauma in the past. Others have only watched it in movies or through video games. This time of global trauma is very real. This microscopic bug has stopped us in our tracks and given us reasons to pause, to take notice, to slow down. This virus is giving us a wake-up call. We are at a crossroads. The actions we take now and how we handle this crisis will affect our future. It is necessary to shift the enormous amount of fear and negativity in today's world to a more positive state of awareness and being. People are experiencing this time of intense stress in a variety of different ways. Some are frustrated at being sequestered at home. Others are very worried about finances. And many are working on the front lines, and they're extremely exhausted and nervous about catching this virus and bringing it home to family. Almost everyone is listening to the doom and gloom of the media, which is causing too much fear. There is much stress that is taxing our systems, and in this time of social distancing, where we can't recharge ourselves with a hug, we need to do some virtual hugging and nurturing to keep our energy positive and our thoughts uplifted. Even though we feel this is never going to end, it is. We will get through this. If we take the time to replenish ourselves, we will emerge stronger, wiser, more focused on what is good in our lives. Right now, we must put the oxygen mask on ourselves and take a moment to focus on the positive in our world. We must take a break from the negative news and the media, which is so destructive to our mind, body, and spirit. When we are out of balance, our body will react by being more vulnerable to sickness of any kind, especially this nasty virus. So please stop right now, pause with me for just a moment to take a breath. Put down what you're doing at this moment and take a gentle breath deep into your belly. Hold it for a few seconds. And as you exhale, relax. You can even do this if you're driving. Inhale peace deep into your belly and exhale relaxation. Relax your shoulders, your neck, your jaw, and your face. Relax those little tiny muscles around your eyes and just feel your body relax. Take a moment anytime you start to feel stressed and just breathe. Notice the muscle in your body that is the most tensed and breathe into it. Pay attention. Ask your body what it needs for you to do. And if you listen quietly, it will tell you. most of the time it'll say, relax, it's going to be okay. Now, take a moment to tap into your inner wisdom while you invite your imagination to take you to your favorite place in nature. It could be the beach with gently rolling waves and the bright sun overhead. It could be a mountain vista with amazing, glorious colors of green. Or it could be a summer garden filled with beautiful flowers in bloom. Notice how simple it is for you to calm your mind and relax your body. Thank you for taking just that brief moment of rest. You are listening to Inspiring Hope with Lois Herman at WSMN 1590. And I'm talking about ways to regain your balance, to get yourself back into a nice, gentle rhythm. Some different ways work better than others. We're all different with a variety of stress challenges. So experiment with various activities or practices to find what works best for you. Pick what works best for you and do it. Then make a commitment to schedule time for yourself during this crazy period so that you can keep your mind focused on what is most important and your body healthy and strong. Here are some simple stress-busting recipes to help you with your everyday life. Number 1, meditate. Take some time to quiet your mind, relax your body each day with meditation, with prayer, with inspired thinking. Quiet the busy mind. Allow yourself to relax. Find some inspiration. Look for positive articles and videos to refresh your mind. You can go to my YouTube channel. I have dozens of free, inspiring messages and videos for you. All of these prior Inspiring Hope shows, they're all recorded for you on my YouTube channel. You can get there at my website, loisherman.com, and click on the front page where you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go for a walk. Take time to explore nature. It's so good for your breathing and your peace. If you can, get out in your garden. Just get outside. Notice the fresh air. Do some things that keep you focused on health and natural energy. Eat healthy. Cook healthy meals to keep your immune system strong. And invite your family to cook with you. Hey, I made cookies for the first time in a long time the other day. Well, they're gluten-free, so they're at least sugar-free. Well, gluten-free. But you know what? It was fun just to join together with my husband in making some cookies. Do something in your kitchen that is healthy and helpful. Take your supplements. Right now, you really need to take vitamin C for your health, B for your energy, and D when your exposure to sun is limited. Hey, turn on some music and dance around your living room. Have everybody in the house join with you. Why not? Just dance. You can put on some mellow music or you can put on some boogie music. Move your body. Keep yourself healthy. Just dancing and listening to music is inspiring. Then, of course, there is pet therapy. Let those precious animals share their unconditional love with you. Many people are adopting or fostering pets right now, too. They need a little bit of help, and they give you so much more in return. Stretch your body, move your shoulders, your neck, and your back, especially if you're sitting too long at the computer. Get up and move. 1 minute every hour is good to just move your body. Stretch, boogie, move. Massage. I have good friends that are amazing massage therapists, but they're not able to massage people right now. Hey, you could ask your child or your spouse or whoever you're in that house with to rub your neck, rub your feet, Just exchange a little bit of massage. It's good for each other. And if you are into Reiki, you can reach out to one of your Reiki practitioners. They're at home right now. They might not be able to do hands-on Reiki, but they can certainly send some distance Reiki to you. Reach out to them. Call a practitioner to send some good positive energy. And confide. Talk with a trusted friend or counselor or spiritual advisor or a hypnotist to help you with your stress. They're available out there. You need to reach out and smile. Find something creative that gives you joy and do it. Look up and smile. You are listening to Inspiring Hope with Lois Herman at WSMN 1590, and you can find me at loisherman.com. I have dozens of inspiring blogs. I also have a bunch of YouTube videos on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe so we can ultimately get our own real name. So pick one or two of those things that I just mentioned and do them. Take this time to sharpen your saw, to enhance your own physical and mental energy, so that you will be sharp when this is over, and it will be over one day. Remember the old saying, when fishermen can't go to sea, they mend their nets. Take the initiative to mend your house, plant your garden, organize your files, or yourself. Mend yourself while you have the time, and notice what it feels like to slow down momentarily and truly enjoy yourself. The worst thing we can do is to ignore the stress. The best thing we can do is to reach out. Counselors are available online for people. Reach out to your spiritual advisor, even though places of worship might be closed. The people who are there are ready and willing to help, happy to speak with you. Instead of falling into the habit of blaming, shaming, or complaining, which contributes to negativity and fear, take an action to do what you can in this global crisis. Many are praying or sending Reiki and offering positive energy, especially to our first responders who are on the front lines fighting this disease and helping keep people healthy, helping people to recover. There are calming meditations that you can listen to online, and there are online groups who are forming and gathering to stay connected. We can use technology to our advantage right now. Zoom or Skype are useful tools to keep a virtual connection between family and friends. As a hypnotist, I am offering online Zoom sessions to help clients shift their fears and habits to be more positive and productive. You can schedule a session easily on the contact page of my website, loisherman.com. And while you're at my website, read some of those inspiring blogs or click over to my YouTube channel for dozens of inspiring and helpful videos. I am here to help you through this challenging time. You're listening to Inspiring Hope with Lois Herman at WSMN 1590. And over the years as a hypnotist, I have helped many people to let go of their fears and worries. I've helped them to connect with their inner wisdom, their higher power, even loved ones and angels. It's been an amazing journey for me, with always a surprise. A few years ago, I received messages through an amazing client that I have been asked to give to humanity. I've published one book, and I'm in the process of finishing the second. I've created websites, videos, blogs, Facebook posts, and so much more. In keeping with my promise, I am making these messages available to everyone who is interested. I'm following through on my commitment and sharing them with you in this radio series. Last week's show is already published to my Lois Herman YouTube channel, so you can catch up by listening to the preface there. Today, I would like to read the introduction to Book 1, Chronicles of Hope, The Unquietus. There's a much more professional version available via audiobook. that you can purchase. This is my free version, available, that I'm sharing with you, as it's so timely with what is going on in our world. You could find much more at my websites loisherman.com or chroniclesofhope.net. Chronicles of Hope, The Unquietus, Book 1, Introduction. Our vision is to alter humanity's negative course by making available the knowledge and insights of the collective. Team Hope. My name is Lois Herman. I'm a board-certified hypnotist who assists people in shifting their mindset to embrace positive change with the power of hypnosis. Hypnosis is simply an altered state of consciousness where the subconscious mind is in a place of focused awareness. A person in a hypnotic state is very relaxed, and while shutting out the noise from the outside world, they're able to tap into the subconscious mind, become open to shift old patterns, and receive positive thoughts to help change their mindset. The hypnotized person is also able to connect with their superconscious or wise mind for answers to guide their decisions. The process and outcome can be illuminating, positive, and hopeful. Clients come to me with common problems. They can't sleep, want to quit bad habits, need help with relationships, want to release emotional baggage, and so on. I help clients to achieve balance on all levels, mind, body, and spirit. While in an altered state of mind or trance state, clients can communicate with both their subconscious and their superconscious mind. As a spiritual seeker, I have learned ways to help people connect with their own higher sources of wisdom, whatever religious belief system they hold. They are able to express what they are seeing, hearing, sensing, or feeling as they communicate directly with the unseen world around them. I guide the session and ask questions, yet the communication is between the client and their wise mind. Often clients happily communicate with their passed over loved ones, beloved angels, or other helpful guides. I feel honored to be a guiding facilitator and observer to the information that is shared during these incredibly positive spiritual journeys. I'm also skilled at communicating with the shadow side, which is why many of the questions in the first part of this book deal with positive and negative energies. There are times when challenging issues surface with clients that seem to be spiritual in nature. They may be surrounded by negative energies or lost spirits that are influencing their emotional health. It could be a sad family member who has passed over, or the spirit of a person who is stuck in between and needs help to move on. Often the spirit speaks to the client, and I have a dialogue with the spirit to encourage them to go into a place we call the light. Though surprised, the client is completely aware of the conversation and remembers everything about the session, the spirit, and the discussion. They usually comment that the experience makes perfect sense. Many people use sage, salt, crystals, incense, or chanting or prayer to shift negative energies from their space. However, using hypnosis to assist lost spirits into the light has long been a passion of mine. I consider myself to be the guide, the scribe, and the protector on the client's discovery journey. Over time, some of my more spiritually aware clients discovered their ability to readily clear themselves and their family members of negative energies while they were in trance. Using a combination of their own spiritual practices while working in trance with me, we developed ways to clear the energy around clients who were less able to facilitate their own clearing. These very special people embraced a new awareness of their own spiritual practices and their own spiritual reality, and they work with me as what I call clearing consultants. Working as a team, we remotely clear energies and spirits from around other people, animals, and places. I ask for their valuable assistance in the most challenging situations, and also to help keep my own energy clear. I mention this because these clearing consultants play an important role in this mission. Keeping our energy clear and positive was vital to the completion of this book. I also work closely with the archangels, including Michael, Raphael, and Jophiel, and many others. Many years ago, a parish priest taught me to call on Archangel Michael to protect myself and my family from strong negative energy. Over the decades, I have developed a strong relationship with Archangel Michael. When called on, he helps me, my clients, and clearing consultants communicate with, understand, and facilitate shifts in a variety of spiritual type energies. Chronicles of Hope is a factual account about a man named Gary Scott who came to me for hypnosis in the fall of 2016, and the incredible information that came through him through multiple hypnosis sessions over a 2-year period. An engineer by profession, Gary is a scientific-minded, friendly, and soft-spoken person. We met at a health fair, and he asked if hypnosis could help him with sleep and a few other issues. He told me his difficulty with sleep had been a lifelong struggle, and that his mind often raced at night. He experienced recurring dreams that were vivid, disturbing, and sometimes caused him to feel as if he were in another place and time. Gary wanted to investigate their source and find a way to get a good night's sleep. He had recently started on a serious path of healing his body and felt as if he was on a mission, yet didn't know exactly what it was. What was channeled through Gary is a series of conversations with the collective, which includes the Ancient Ones, enormously wise spiritual beings who have been present since the beginning of time. They call themselves the Unquietus. Guided by me, these Ancient Ones were able to communicate through Gary to provide insight, wisdom, and advice on the topics of history, humanity, spirituality, and hope for our future. These Ancient Ones shared their knowledge and advice with the ultimate aim of helping civilization and humanity. The Unquietus want people to know they are always around to support and guide anyone who asks for their assistance in their daily lives. What they provide in these dialogues is a precious example of how deeply vested they are in helping humanity. Throughout the initial sessions with Gary, I was looking for answers to better help him as a client. The Ancient Ones responded with great insight and provided simple ways for all of us to help ourselves and each other. Through subsequent sessions, I gained additional knowledge that explained the different types of negative energies or entities that are encountered around people and places. The teaching in this book are a great source for anyone who is sensitive to energies, works to shift other people's energy, and those on a quest to help mankind and our precious planet. Immediately, I noticed that the sessions with Gary were decidedly unique. Most of my clients remember everything about their sessions, and in our post-session debriefs, they discuss what was said, felt, and experienced, especially the communication with their guides, angels, or spirits. When Gary went into trance, several high-level spirits as well as low-level energies came through him and spoke directly to me, which was very unusual. Most interestingly, he remembered nothing at all about what occurred during the sessions. That was different. These remarkable high-level spirits that came through Gary specifically said he would not remember, and that he had a special energy that allowed them to communicate through him to me. They spoke in a voice and with mannerisms which were very different from the pre-session Gary. and their messages were shockingly fascinating. When I replayed to Gary what was said in trance, he was stunned. Since the same thing happened in subsequent sessions, and because of the amazing information that came through, we started recording the sessions, initially by audio and later video. To describe how Gary and I felt after these early sessions: shocked, awestruck, excited, confused, worried, disbelieving, and peaceful, doesn't even come close to the range of emotions we experienced. What was happening was astonishing. At the same time, I knew with certainty this was for a divine reason. I discovered Gary's guides were intent on providing insight to be shared with others, because they were very concerned with what was happening on Earth. They specifically told me they were talking to me, and they needed my help to take on a mission. These guides suggested I invite one of my clearing consultants to observe a session, to gain their perspective, and to validate what we were experiencing. Indeed, since that very first journey, several clearing consultants have contributed and corroborated that this information is consistent and definitely received from higher sources of spiritual wisdom. In the first sessions, you will hear how I cleared the negative energy that was in and around Gary's aura, his energy field, an exercise that I do regularly with clients. Since we are energetic beings, our vibrational levels are affected by both our internal thoughts and external energy-draining sources. After clearing negative energies around my clients, I teach them to fill themselves with positive energy and encourage them to maintain the habit of embracing positive thoughts to keep their energy strong. In going through my normal process to clear the negative energies surrounding Gary, we learned much more about them. Because Gary's energy was so expansive, we were able to communicate with both low-level as well as high-level energies to find out who they are and what their intentions were. We understand there is a lot of information contained here, and some of it is quite intense and dense. But we discovered these sessions were an important part of the process to clear Gary's energy, to prepare him to receive the information that was to come. Even though my clearing consultants and I clear the energy in and around a person's auric field, the energy that surrounds the physical body, it is up to the person to actively keep their energy positive. They can do this by thinking positive thoughts, calling on positive energy through prayer, meditation, or asking for assistance from those in the light, or any number of other spiritual practices that resonate with the individual. It's an important part of the healing process for the person to take responsibility for their energy healing. Like a patient taking medication following an illness or a surgical procedure, it takes time and consistent effort to sustain lasting change. Otherwise, we end up right back where we started. While Gary's clearing sessions in the beginning chapters may seem unusual, we felt they were necessary to document. His preliminary hypnosis sessions explain the vibrational energy challenges that everyday people face daily, giving clarity as to what we can do to shift our energy to be more positive. As we clear away what is holding us back and reclaim the emotional energy drained by the pain of the past, we become open to communicate with loved ones, angels, and guides. Only then are we able to receive clear answers to our questions. These sessions contain important answers to help shift the energy surrounding humans today. They also represent a historic part of these Chronicles. You are listening to Inspiring Hope with Lois Herman at WSMN 1590, and I am reading the introduction in the first book, The Chronicles of Hope, Theon Quietus. We consider what follows in this book to be some of the most important directives of our time. The historical messages from the collective, including Gary's spirit, the ancient ones, and along with some of the other negative energies that caused so much trouble on Earth, are important to hear. As you embark on this journey with us, please be patient. Just as we had to be, answers were revealed as we needed them. We were determined to present their messages exactly as provided. Many times the messages were repeated, giving clarity over time. We acknowledge that there are still some things that require clarification, still more questions to be asked. You may find this information to be overwhelming, therefore it should be digested slowly and mindfully. Information was revealed over time and as we were ready. As a professional hypnotist, I ask open-ended questions to avoid leading my clients, and I endeavor to do the same thing in these captivating sessions with Gary. The intention of Chronicles of Hope is to share the words of the wise ones exactly, without bias. Though the book reads more like a textbook than a story, the goal is for you to develop your own perspective of the information these wise ones provided to us for you. Each chapter in the book is a session which includes questions asked by me and the answers either from Gary while in trance or one of the ancient ones speaking through him. The chapters are divided into sections to allow the book to be digested in different ways. It can be read from beginning to end or consumed in parts depending on your learning style. Before each session, Gary, and often one of my clearing consultants, and I would discuss what we would like to know and what questions would be best to ask in the session. We've included an intention session prior to each conversation session, which captures the essence of those pre-session discussions. The intention sections outline the context for each hypnosis session. In the conversation sessions, you will read or hear the Ancient One's words as they were spoken exactly. Since the Ancient Ones communicate in a way that humans can't understand, everything was transmitted and translated into human form through Gary. While he never knowingly interjected any personal bias, the Ancient Ones could only work with what was available in Gary's brilliant mind. There is a reflection section following each conversation section, capturing my thoughts and offering a summary of the conversation. These can be previewed or reviewed to get an idea of what was covered in each session and what they could potentially mean. Occasionally, I offer explanatory thoughts to help clarify some of the more challenging topics. These insights are based on my personal experience over many, many years, and what clients have revealed to me over these years from their discovery journeys. The highlights section provide a bulleted summary of the key points from the conversations and are organized in categories for continuity and rapid review. You can use these as a reference to reflect on the many deep concepts that are shared. These are also what we're pushing out in social media, through Facebook, YouTube, and other avenues. The first several sessions were transcribed directly from my notes. Subsequent sessions were transcribed verbatim via audio or video recordings. While present at the sessions, we, myself and later several of my clearing consultants, were able to positively distinguish the differences in the unique personalities of those who came through. Since there isn't that context in the text, we have endeavored to capture that individuality and expression in explanations so that you can more fully experience this incredible process. And this is where the audio book is excellent. Andrew did a beautiful job at capturing the essence of the different voices that came through. Within the session transcripts, you will notice that there are times of pause, and that's because sometimes the Ancient Ones were clearly searching for the right words to convey They're having to translate from their wise minds down into our simple language. And we also, in the written context, capitalized Earth. It's commonly not capitalized because it's not named after a Roman god as the other planets are. We chose to do so because we acknowledge Earth as a living entity and therefore deserving of a proper name. We've done the same for universe when we refer to that living entity. We also capitalize or emphasize the light when referring to the spiritual level that exists above the physical plane, or what many refer to as heaven. And since the Creed is referred to numbers in groups of 8, which was unusual, we honor them by using the number 8 when indicated in the text. Through the ages, religion has played an important role in spiritual growth and connection for some, while causing great distress for others. As you experience these conversations, you may find the words of the Unquietus to be enlightening, as well as unsettling or questioning of your core beliefs. Undoubtedly, their messages will fuel much soul-searching and thought from within. As you read, the intent is for you to understand more about yourself, as well as the seen and unseen world around you. Their words may cause you to question what you have been taught. This extraordinary, implausible set of circumstances and shared information that I was privileged to hear shook my foundation and changed my life. These insights have served to strengthen my own belief, my knowledge of, and relationship with higher sources of wisdom. As a result, my own spiritual awareness has grown exponentially, and I have gained much clarity and peace of mind, as well as improved guidance for my clients. Hopefully, this book will serve as a significant value to you, to yours, and to other humans who share our planet. These messages from the ancient ones give us insight to help us live happier, healthier, more positive lives. This work is meant as a guide to help you understand how energies affect us without our even being aware of them. Please take the necessary time to process this information and integrate what you learn into your daily life. It is critically important to shift your negative energies, your harmful thoughts, and draining emotions to be more positive, especially at this time of global crisis. Gary and I wondered how to begin sharing these incredible insights and wisdom from the highest level of the universe. We asked ourselves how to deliver the message in a believable, digestible fashion to help save humanity from destruction. How do we get the world to pay attention and act? Do we just say yes to this fascinating journey in hopes of inspiring others to look within and shift their awareness? Frankly, it occurred to me as to what might transpire after this book was published. It concerned me, because during the first year of this journey, my self-talk was centered on, who, me? Am I really the one who's supposed to communicate this information? Who am I? I love what I do, but I don't feel that I'm anybody special. Gary had similar thoughts about his role and who the ancient ones say he is. Ultimately, we were blessed to be joined by a group of supporting people who contributed greatly to this project. This team we call Team Hope. We felt humbled, insignificant, and unprepared for this journey. However, we honored the request to deliver this knowledge so that humanity might change the world to the better, for our children and our children's children. At peace with the decision to just say yes, our team has learned to trust our spiritual guides in the unseen world and are ever grateful to be accompanied by each other as collaborators in the effort to carry this venture to completion. we accept the mission to share these very important messages with every human on planet Earth, those who would listen with open minds and open hearts. The question is, are you ready to start this questing journey? Are you ready to take this information into your own mind, body, and spirit? Together, we embark upon a transcendent journey of monumental significance that has the potential to change the world and alter the course of humanity and civilization as we know it for the better. Changing the course of this world will take an unprecedented effort, don't you agree? But the answers are here, and we are thankful to have received them. We now pass them along to you. We hope you embrace these insights from Chronicles of Hope with open-minded curiosity, and we implore you to take on the task of incorporating these messages into your daily life. We welcome you to become part of this monumental journey of hope for humanity. When the earth is sick, the animals will begin to disappear. When that happens, the warriors of the rainbow will come to save them. Chief Seattle, Suquamish Chief. You are listening to Inspiring Hope with Lois Herman at WSMN 1590. That concludes the introduction of the first book, Chronicles of Hope, the Unquietus. We're working on Book 2, Chronicles of Hope, the Collective, which includes others. Book 1 gives us the alarm of what's happening. These ancient ones are concerned about humanity and the trajectory that we're on. In Book 2, those of the collective who are more closely related to us came through and gave us specific answers as to how we can shift our energy to be more positive. They are giving us a wake-up call, and they gave us insight as to what we can do to shift the world to a more positive and hopeful direction for humanity. Their messages have been very clear, and we are detailing them in this book series. I'll continue to share them with you via this radio show and other social avenues. And since this is a recorded show, I welcome any questions you might have. Please submit your questions to info@loisherman.com, and I'd be happy to consider them for next week's show. Each week I'll share one of the chapters or parts of the chapters with you at this show. And you can certainly sign up for our Community of Light where we're discussing all of these chapters. We meet once a month via Zoom. You're welcome to join us. There's a group of us who are discussing and digesting the information that has come through. We are preparing and supporting one another as we go through this time of great crisis. I've prepared videos. I've prepared the book. There's so much information out there for you. My goal is to help you help yourself and your families to be more positive, to be more uplifted, so that you can get through this. You are listening to Inspiring Hope with Lois Herman at WSMN 1590. I'm here every Wednesday, and on Sunday morning I have a guest. I am enjoying my Inspiring Hope show with guests because they share their inspired thoughts. Different people doing amazing things to share inspiring hope with so many. If you only listen to the media, you only hear the negative. My goal is to share the positive with you, to help you inspire yourself to be creative. So I'm finding all kinds of other people who are sharing their inspiring messages. A friend of mine sent this poem to me. It's called The Sky Isn't Falling. This is happening for us, not just to us. And it's by Jenny Robinson. And I hope to do her poem justice. The sky is not falling. The world is not ending. There is a rewriting, a rewiring, a reprogramming of our earth and ourselves. But the sky is not falling. Perhaps it is falling with wisdom. Stay inside, read more books, rest, take naps, learn to be alone. Learn the difference between aloneness and loneliness. Sit naked by the fireplaces. Talk to loved ones for long lengths of time. Be fired. Have space. Drink up that delicious space. Sleep in without an alarm clock. Drink coffee at 5 p.m. and stay up too late playing board games and card games you forgot adults even played. Take your dog on a 2-hour walk, not one. Distance from others to love them, but come home to yourself. What do you need? Go get some water, peel an orange, meditate, stretch your body, sing, have more sex, call your grandparents. This whole life thing was never in our control. Just like that, within days, the biggest curveball yet, and we are walking around like little discombobulated shocked zombies. But we will see, we will understand. We throw garbage on our earth. We throw our pollution so high into the sky the gods cough as their lungs are filled with the relentless smoke of a species that refuses to listen. The dinosaurs, sure as blank, were more respectful than us, and they too went extinct. We are being humbled. We are being sent to the ground to find our roots. I keep repeating, this is happening for us, not to us. This is happening for us, not to us. Today I buried my face and belly in the strength and width of an old pine tree. Take it, I asked. Please take this energy and anxiety from me. I can't hold it. And Zeus sat by my feet, and when I felt empty of the chaos, I looked up her neck to her branches above and felt the ground beneath my feet. Whenever we lose the greatest love of our life, Spirit is upstairs saying, you thought he was good, but you had the iPhone 10 and just wait for the X. We are getting a reboot, a system update. We are being challenged deeply in the ways we live and do. Wash your hands and then breathe, and remember that the world is always okay, even when it's not. Just as you are always okay, even when you have felt you are being abandoned by everything you've ever cared for. It is never clear when we are in the fog. The fog's gift is that it is the fog. You aren't meant to see the fog or understand it. The blue sky is coming. In fact, in moments, it's here. Turn off your TV when you get overwhelmed. Be informed, but do it once or twice a day. Share toilet paper and a hug. Hug people with your eyes. Remember that grace escaped us. Grace escaping us is a choice. Be kind. Be afraid, but love the fear. This is real, and we don't know. The known was never meant to feel like your favorite sweatpants, until later it became known, and you were friends with it. Sex was awkward and sucked the first time, and now? How great is it? Can you be in the unknown and commit to just today? What do you need today? Go hydrate more. Find that book you love. Bury your face in your pet's stomach. They feel this too, and they are here for you. Ask someone for help. People want to help. Buy a homeless person some food or water. Don't forget to care for the people around you. Try to walk slowly in the grocery stores. When people are around you or in panic, move slowly. Don't get frenzied in the frenzy of the frenzy. Don't touch that. It doesn't belong to you. Don't wear the weight of all this. We are all apart and returning, and it's a big death, collectively, and it's going to be a birth. Don't think about tomorrow or live in yesterday. That's where anxiety lives. Today, just walk slowly and remember that the sky is not falling. This is and has been and will always be happening for us. But we're in the fog, so remember to just breathe. What a lovely, lovely poem. And again, that was written by, you're listening to Lois Herman, Inspiring Hope at WSMN 1590. And I'm looking for the name. That was a poem written by Jana Robinson. She spells her name Janne. The sky isn't falling. This is happening to us. This is happening for us, not just to us. And for those of you who are interested, there is a collective meditation that is to happen on April 4th, 2020 at precisely 10:45 p.m. Eastern Time, where they're looking for 1 million meditators, prayers, energy senders to help shift the energy of our planet collectively. It's a 20-minute long joining of collective minds that traverse the earth. Let's join in and do our part, do what we can in our own simple ways to make a difference. Allow yourself to feel the positive energy of all that's around you right now. Avoid the frenzy, avoid the stress. Things will turn around. Things are being, the path is being made for you. A path, a different path. I don't believe we're going to go back to the same normal. It's taking me longer to even load the dishwasher right now. It's taking me longer to sit and talk with my husband, which is so nice. It's inviting. It's refreshing. Take the time to appreciate what really matters to you right now, because that's all there truly is. You're listening to Inspiring Hope with Lois Herman. I'm here every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. I'm also here on Sunday mornings at 9 o'clock a.m. You can find all of these shows recorded on my YouTube channel, along with many other meditations and inspiring blogs and posts at my loisherman.com website, chroniclesofhope.net website. We're producing and performing so many things to help you. We're here for you. Reach out to us. Send questions. I'd love to answer. Meanwhile, look up, stay positive, and be the light in someone's day. We are ever grateful for you. Keep yourself healthy. Keep yourself strong. Keep yourself filled with hope.